Alright, we are going to plant a tomato tray. I have here is potting mix, mixing bowl, some seed starting mix, random gear, more labels using the label method. That'll clip the labels. What we got is these cupcake trays, and we've been putting these down at the bottom. These will help hold the soil in. We'll be bottom watering it. We got some of these little plastic trays from our nursery. This entire tray thing here is only like $3 if you can find them. We're going to do 3 pots of 3 seeds each of 6 different kinds. We're going to do White Wonder, Black Crim, Carbon, Cherokee Purple, the Japanese Black Truffle, or the Trifle, or we call it the Black Truffle. It's also called a Russian Black Truffle or a Japanese Black Trifle, something like that. And then black cherry tomatoes. So this will be our first tray of tomatoes. What we've done is we just taken one of these trays, got it in a bottom watering thing, put cupcake things in the bottom of them. We'll mix some potting soil and some sand into here, fill them all up with soil, plant 3 seeds into 3 pots each, clip some labels for them, label them all up, and we'll use the seed starting mix on top of the potting soil, and then we'll put another layer on top of that. So I'll show you a little more in just a second, but yep, our next tray is going to be tomatoes today. So thanks, you guys.
Okay. Dum 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 I don't even need you. I never tried to cry. I used to ask so many questions like that famous one, why? Do you know him? Does he know you? Did you do a little hanky-panky off at the San Diego Zoo? Did you see the koalas? Did you see the tigers and the bears, the wolves, the things you shouldn't see? Did you hold his hand in a park? Did you go to a movie? How dare you have someone you cared about before me? It's so right for me to get jealous, 'cause I gotta think of you as a piece of property. I've gotta hold on to you. When I say you're my girl, it really means that I own you inside of my mind. She thinks that's sexy, 'cause she thinks that's cool. 'Cause love should be based on insecurity, my fools. I know it's true, and it feels so good to be slightly addicted to someone that you feel you can learn about. But don't worry now, 'cause there's more. A kissing and a smooching and a smooching and a kissing and a smooching and maybe just a little bit of, and you gotta do it right. Listen to what they are saying. Their body will respond in time and kind, and you will understand or glean. Oh yes, you'll glean. 'Cause gleaning is a thing we can do if we really open up our listening. Oh yes, I feel how lovers like to entwine in the moment, 'cause there's always the discrepancy between the biological lead to to procreate. Oh, but sometimes it gets confused with the idea, the construct that society lays upon us for. Oh yeah, you watch a movie, you think it's like that. Yeah, you watch a TV show, you think it's like that. Yeah, you read a book and you think it's like that, but it hasn't been like that for very long, because society hasn't developed the technology to place their stories and constructs in the philosophical medium that's entertaining for us to understand. And plus there's so many of us here on this planet, we need a system to organize ourselves in a way that makes us feel like we come from a tradition of culture. It's so cool, but it's scarier to get your things in order and understand there's no order. We're all improvising, and any way that makes you happy is truly the way that you should survive, because otherwise you're living under systems that don't match who you are, and you'll be fighting that all of the rest of your life. Anyways, just be happy. Just do everything with love, and you'll see everything will be a-okay. Just do what you need. Take that time to do the in-between, the in-between. Don't use those things against another person. Remember, every person is an opportunity to learn more about yourself, because you are listening to where they're coming from, and they represent a reflection of yourself. As long as you understand that there's more to this life, there's always so much more to this life. 'Cause hey, hey, oh baby, I like the way that you smile at me. It makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like anything's possible, yes. As long as I don't lie no more to myself or to others, it feels so much better. Because when I was younger, I could lie, let me tell you, I could lie like a motherfucker. And that is good, because you gotta experience the darkness, because the darkness is important to understand inside yourself. It's not always about being good, it's understanding why you're being good in the first place. Oh, empathy's a bitch. Once you feel it, you can't get rid of that itch. It's true. Just remember to always love yourself.
So we have Cherokee Purple from our garden last year seeds, Japanese black trifle or Russian black truffle, either way you want to pronounce it. We call it the black truffle. Excited about these. These might be a really hardy tomato. Some black cherry tomatoes. This plant will probably be a little bit smaller. We have a bucket picked out for it, mostly for kiddo. The White Wonder tomato, the black crim, and this one here, the carbon. The White Wonder, the carbon, and the black crim, these come from a kind of local northern Utah Salt Lake City farmers market. We bought these seeds too, so a couple packs of seeds from a friend, a few from the city farmers market, and one from our garden last year, and this will be our first tray of tomatoes. We have a bunch more we want to try, mixed tomatoes and such, but what we'll do is we'll put some topsoil on top of these, and we will bottom water it until all the topsoil is completely moist. We will drain off any excess water and put it there, let the topsoil dry. We have a bucket for that, but we'll show that stuff in just a second. Right now we'll just make sure that these seeds are covered and planted and ready to go. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good. Let's get that topsoil.
She's shy, so I'm shy too, so. Alright, Cherokee purple tomatoes, Japanese black trifle or Russian black truffle. We call them just black truffle. Should be a pretty resilient one. These ones were grown in our garden last year. Black cherry, white wonder, carbon, black crim. We made them a little bit, about an inch, inch and a half lower than they needed to be because they're tomatoes. So as they go up, we can actually add some more soil to that to help them with rooting in there. We planted 3 seeds of 3 plugs each. We're bottom watering right now. We'll leave it in the bottom water until all the top soil looks good and moist. We move it around a little bit so it doesn't lean to one side. We used potting soil mixed with sand to use as a filler. We put some seed starting mix of our own that had cinnamon, playground sand, and coconut coir in it. That stuff mixed with the seeds on top. A little layer on top of that. Bottom watering everything. Cinnamon on top of that to help with the soil properties. I think that's about it, huh? Alright, thanks you guys. Alright, I know that there is word out there that the black crim could be as good as the Cherokee purple. That is not happening. I will grow both of them, but that's not happening. The carbon may be comparable, but I think this is more of a marketable Cherokee purple. It won't have quite the flavor. The thing I like about the Cherokee Purple is that it has a smoky flavor to it. It's almost like you smoked it over wood chips or something before you served it on a hamburger or something. I like the smoky taste of tomatoes, and the Cherokee Purple has always given us that. The Black Crim, I've had it before and grown it a long, long time ago, and it had more of a salty flavor. So it was similar to the Cherokee Purple, but the Cherokee Purple smoky, the Black Crim salty. So if you like your tomatoes to taste maybe a little bit saltier, you'll probably like the Black Crim. Cherokee Purple if you like it smoky. The Carbon here, it's supposed to be similar to a Cherokee Purple, except I think it's more of a market hybrid kind of variety from what I've seen of it. It's more uniform looking and grows a little bit more stable than the Cherokee Purple. These ones grow wild here in southwestern Utah. This black truffle one, Japanese black truffle or Japanese black trifle, I'm excited about these. From what I've seen, they're really, really resilient to weather. They could have a really good flavor to them and a really good productivity. And then we also have the black cherry. And the black cherry is probably going to go into a little bit smaller of a bucket. Some of these will go out to family members and friends and stuff, but I just wanted to say, no way is the Black Crim competing with the Cherokee Purple or the Carbon. And then the White Wonders. I haven't really grown any yellow or white or green tomatoes before, but I'm going to try these ones out and see what they're like. We've had a bunch of really unique and varied varieties from our farmers market too. So our next tray is going to have Ava purple ball for sure, and then maybe a couple little unique varieties. But that's our first tray of tomatoes right there. Black Crim, Carbon, White Wonder, Black Cherokee or Black Cherry, Japanese Black Trifle or Russian Black Truffle, Cherokee Purple. So we'll see how this goes. We'll continue to bottom water these until all the topsoil looks moist, and then we will put them into a plastic bin that they'll fit into, and they'll go up in our room, which has a south facing window, and they'll get good heat, good light. They'll sprout. They're down a little bit farther, bury the stems up. They'll put roots out where all those hairs are, make them a little bit stronger. 3 seeds per plug, and that's it. So I wanted peppers, but we're going with tomatoes next, then peppers. Thanks, you guys.